a waste of time. If somebody asked me how I liked the pay-per-view, it was a waste of time. This felt like WWE just needed to just get through the pay-per-view. Just get through it before Mania. They had time to spare, so just do a pay-per-view. And just do it for no reason. Oh, and also, they're putting the network on Peacock. So, let's just do it to promote Peacock. That's what this was. A waste of time. And if you watched it, I think you'll agree with me. But if you didn't, just listen to my review. I'm not even gonna do my intro because that's a waste of time. So, let's just get into it. I didn't see the pre-show. I missed the first match. I started at Apollo versus Big E. So, we'll do that match first. Apollo versus Big E. Intercontinental title on the line. This match started, they brawled really short, really thick. Apollo has a new gimmick. He has an attitude. He went back to his roots, his African roots. He has new attire, comes out with a spear type of thing. It's good. I liked it. He attacked Big E the past couple weeks. They showed in the video package. So Apollo is showing some aggression the past month. Like I've stated in the past, I don't watch WWE. So I just watch the video packages on the pay-per-views. So I like this aggression. Now back to the match. The two of them brawled really quick. Big E tosses Apollo outside. He runs and does the shoulder dive to the outside. Then Big E starts talking shit. You want this, you wanted this, you attacked. Starts talking shit. He does a few apron splashes to Apollo on the outside. They get back in the ring. Apollo goes for Big E's legs and takes control. He gives him a couple of Germans, a couple of slams. It was pretty good. Apollo goes up. He hits a great looking frog splash like he usually does. Big E kicks out. So, they both go for their finishers. They reverse each other's finishers. And then they go up into this roll-up sequence. Apollo goes for the roll-up. Big E reverses into the roll-up. Apollo reverses into a roll-up. And then all of a sudden, Big E reverses into the roll-up. And the ref counts 3. So Big E retains from a roll-up. And all I'm thinking is they're going to have a match at Mania. So, okay. Decent match, but stupid finish to set up their Mania match. First waste of time. Then, now, they're doing, before that, Apollo attacks Big E and goes to the back. So, while they go to commercial and, play replays, I went back and I watched the first match, which was Bianca and Sasha versus Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler for the women's tag team titles. I don't know why they're doing this again. They just did this last pay-per-view. Why are we doing this again? And now, Carmella's guy, what's his face, he's on Nia Jax's team. So I'm like, okay, whatever. All this time, they should have been building Sasha and Bianca. They took from that just to keep building this tag team feud for no reason. I don't get it. So the match starts and Bianca gets beaten down for like 6 minutes by Nia and Shayna. They take their turns beating Bianca down. Sasha makes the hot tag. She's in for like 2 minutes. Bianca tags back in, does a 450 splash. I think it was on Nia, and Nia kicks out. So, Reginald, that's his name, causes a distraction, and Shayna puts, so Bianca hits the 450 on Shayna. Shayna kicks out. Sasha tags in. So Reginald causes a distraction. Bianca, Shayna puts Sasha in the sleeper hold. Bianca breaks it up. She goes to fight Nia in the corner. Meanwhile, Sasha has Shayna in the bank statement. So Nia pushes Bianca onto Banks, and that breaks up the bank statement. Then they started arguing. Sasha calls Bianca a rookie, this and that. So Shayna gets up, attacks, I think it was Bianca, puts her to the outside, and Nia rolls up, I believe it was Sasha, for the win. Another waste of time. So they retain, and now they're not, Sasha and I can't even speak tonight. So now Sasha and Bianca are going to start the build for their Mania match. And it looks like Sasha is going to be the heel, because like she was saying to Bianca, second waste of time. And if you guys cared about the pre-show, Matt Riddle defended the U.S. title against Mustafa Ali. I didn't watch it. I just read about it. Matt Riddle retained, and at the end, Retribution, some of the members left Ali. They looked out, and I think it was T-Bar and Mace chokeslammed Ali. So it looks like they're breaking up, finally, like anybody cares. Now, let's get to the third waste of time. So I fast forward back to the live portion of the show, and I guess it was supposed to be Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman, but Shane, they said, got hurt while training. So Elias stepped in. Now, before this even started, I wrote down, waste of time, Braun wins with a slam. And that's basically what it was. During the match, I wrote down really quick, Elias hit a nice elbow from the top rope. But other than that, waste of time. Complete waste of time. The first hour and 10 minutes, if you want to count the pre-show, waste of time. So now let's get into the good matches that were good, but again, a waste of time. So, we have Nakamura and Seth Rollins. Nakamura is, I guess, a face now, and he's fighting Seth because Seth disrespected Cesaro, their partners. I don't know what this is about. If this gets Cesaro a Mania match, I guess, okay, but I don't know. But surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, when I saw this on paper, I was looking forward to a good match, and that's what I got. So I'm not gonna beat on this too bad. I wrote down first, both guys got their old theme songs back. Nakamura got his face theme song back, no more Japanese rapping. And Seth got the old Burn It Down theme without the Messiah thrown into it. Because I know he had that for 2 months. Not 2 months, 2 weeks. It was like a mashup of the two. So the match started. Seth took control. He tossed Shinsuke on the outside. He hit a running knee. Seth worked on Shinsuke's middle section. He hit him with a couple of gut wrenches, and he just attacked his midsection. So then he started talking about Cesaro hit 22 swings on him, and he went for a swing on Nakamura, but Nakamura countered it into an armbar. Seth Rollins got his foot on the rope. Nakamura took control. He hit a couple moves. Then he went up to the top. I think to hit a flying knee, but Seth hit him, or I think he hit the ropes, and Nakamura fell off the apron. So Nakamura gets back in the ring, and Seth hits a knee off of the middle rope, not the middle rope, the top rope, hit a middle ring, hit a flying knee. He hits a sling blade on Nakamura for a 2 count. Then Nakamura goes for the King Sasha. Seth reversed it, hits a buckle bomb into the Falcon's arrow for a 2 count. Then Nakamura went for another King Sasha, and Seth reversed it, or counted it. So Seth hit this cool looking move there. He went for the Shining Wizard, but Nakamura ducked, and instead of Seth going into the ropes, Seth just stops and hits a back King Sasha. Not King Sasha, a back Shining Wizard hits Nakamura's head. That looked pretty cool. So he hits the reverse Shining Wizard, hits the curb stop for the win. This was a pretty good match. I'm not going to shit on it too much, but it was pretty good. I actually liked it, and if it leads to Cesaro getting a Mania match, for it. So, I guess it did what it had to do. The first whole night, it did what it had to do. Next match was Sheamus versus Drew. No holds barred. I thought this was a good match too, actually. And I'll get into my reason to what hurt the match. But this match started, they brawled outside. Drew hit, I think it was 2 German suplexes to the outside. Drew came back into the ring with a kendo stick. And as Drew was getting into the ring, Sheamus hits like a pump knee to Drew, to the kendo stick that he was holding. So he basically hit the knee into the kendo stick that hit Drew. That looked pretty good. So Sheamus takes the kendo sticks, hits Drew with it. Drew eventually hits Sheamus with the Glasgow headbutt, I think it's called. Takes the kendo sticks and takes shots of his own. So Sheamus rolls to the outside. Drew follows him. Sheamus takes the steps and throws it at Drew. Sheamus puts Drew onto the announce table. It goes for a light noise, but Drew pushes Sheamus off, and then they brawl, I guess, to the back of the arena where all the TVs are, the crowd TVs. They brawl up to the TVs, and Drew pushes Sheamus off the edge of the barricade into a couple of the TVs, and they all spark. It looked cool, but So Drew goes down, gets Sheamus, puts him on a rolling cart kind of thing, rolls him to the ringside area, hits a suplex on Sheamus, picked Sheamus up, carried him to more of the ringside area. Sheamus gets off his back and hits a bro kick. Now when he hit the bro kick, Drew went over the barricade. So they're over on the other side of the barricade by more of the TVs. So Sheamus takes Drew up to the barricade. He's standing on the barricade with Drew on his shoulders, and he hits a light noise onto the announce table that's in front of him from the barricade to the announce tables. That was a cool spot. That was really, really cool. So he rolls Drew into the ring. Before he gets into the ring, he grabs a piece of the announce desk. I think it was it a leg? I'm not sure what it was. But he throws the piece into the ring, goes into the ring. He hits Drew with it. So then he picks Drew up into an Alabama slam type of move. He went for it on the piece of the announce table, but Drew counters into the future shock onto the piece. And then Drew hits the Claymore for the win. Now, it was a pretty good match, but I said there was something that hurt it. And what that was is the fact that there was nothing on the line. This was just a blow-off match to blow off their feud, their friendship. so Drew can go on to fight Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. And we know that because on Friday, I believe it was, WWE sent out a tweet just saying, oh, Drew's gonna fight Bobby Lashley. They could have made this match winner fights Lashley, but instead they make the announcement during a tweet. And these two just go out there, kill each other, and for nothing. So I went into this knowing Drew's not gonna lose. He can't lose. And he's not fighting for anything. Sheamus got nothing to fight for. The announcers made it seem like, oh, the winner of the match could fight Bobby, but it was already clear Sheamus is not fighting for anything. So it was a good match, but what are they fighting for? I don't know. So next is Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss. They showed a video package of all the stuff Bliss has been doing to Randy Orton. The Fiend is gone. The Fiend got burned alive like 2 months ago. And he's been gone ever since. So Alexa Bliss has been playing mind games with Randy Orton. Some of it looked cool. Some of it looked stupid. And I guess it looked cool, some of it, partially because they edited the package together. But I guarantee if you're just watching the show week to week, it all looked stupid. So, Randy Orton comes out. He's doing a pose on the apron like he usually does. He starts coughing up black stuff, black slime, goo, whatever it is. So, he goes to the outside, gets a towel, he finishes coughing it up. Bliss comes out. I don't know. She gets in the ring. She's in the corner. Randy Orton goes to run at her when the bell rings. Fire comes up, so Randy stops. Randy goes to run again. Hits the pole, because Alexa Bliss sidestepped him. He ran into the pole. He goes on the outside. Bliss goes to the outside. She's making faces. She's doing all this shit. So Randy chases her slowly around the ring. They get to the other side. Alexa Bliss is making faces. Then all of a sudden, camera legs fall and almost hit Orton. They get back into the ring. Again, Randy goes to run at Bliss. She throws a fireball. And Randy dodged it. They tried to play it off on commentary that he hit it away. So, Randy gets up. Bliss is in the corner. She's leaving. Randy's standing there. All of a sudden, a hand comes up from the ring. The hand grabs Orton. Orton turns around in shock. The Fiend comes up from the ring. The Fiend is in like this burnt-styled suit. Now the suit and the mask looks phenomenal. It looks cool. But the Fiend gives Orton a Sister Abigail, and Alexa pins Orton. She pins Orton just like that. So Alexa's, they're in the ring. Alexa's doing her thing. The Fiend is standing over Orton, posing, and they just go to commercial. I don't know. A waste of time. The Fiend is back. Yeah, he looked cool, but there's the guy. There's the guy. I see people on Twitter. Oh, this was great. The mind games. This was epic. Is it just me? I didn't care. Again, the Fiend looked badass, but I didn't care. Okay, so the main event is Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title with Edge as your special enforcer. I don't know. I saw the video package. Like I said, I don't watch Raw and SmackDown. I saw the video package, and Edge makes no sense. He comes off in this feud looking like a total maroon. He's... Okay, I get that he's mad at Bryan, I guess, for stooping low to get a title shot, but Edge just, he has a shot at Mania, one-on-one. He won the Royal Rumble. So I understand you're mad Bryan took this route, but why do you care that he has a match before you? You have your title shot. Why do you care? Let Bryan fight Roman, and whoever wins is already, weak enough, not enough, but they already fought, and you have the advantage going into Mania. Why do you care? This makes no sense. And Edge is the ultimate opportunist. What the fuck is this? I don't know. So the match starts. It's a slow start. Goes shit talking back and forth. Bryan, he keeps going at Roman's legs, goading him into making an attack. Bryan toys around with him. Then they go into rest holds. Bryan goes into a stretch submission. It looked pretty cool, the stretch submission. And Roman just powers out. Then he's pounding Bryan. And honestly, from here, I couldn't tell you what happened the next 6 minutes. It was just so dragged out and stalling for time. I get building the match, but this was just, it felt like 10 minutes of just, I don't know. I was on my phone. Then finally, it picked up. Bryan took control. He went for he hit a running knee in the corner. He hits a drop kick, a running drop kick in the corner. Then he goes for a super hurricane rana. Roman is seated in the corner. He goes for a hurricane rana. Roman reverses it into a Boston Crab. That looked pretty cool. Then Bryan powers out. Roman goes to the outside. I almost fell. Bryan goes for a dive on the outside. Roman was supposed to catch him, but I guess he wasn't ready, and instead of catching him, he slammed Bryan. So it didn't look too bad. Roman was still holding on from the slam. He picked Bryan up, put him over his shoulders. He went to throw Bryan into the post, but Bryan got off his back and threw Roman into the post. Bryan got up on the apron, hit a running drop kick. Or a running knee, my bad. So they both get into the ring. Bryan hits a missile drop kick. Roman gets up, starts pounding Bryan in the corner. Bryan took control, hits Roman like a yes kicks. Puts him in the yes lock. Roman powered out. Roman went for the spear, but Bryan ducks. Then he goes for the running knee, and at this point, the referee is behind Roman. So when Bryan's going for the knee, Roman sidesteps him, and Bryan knocks the ref. So the ref rolls to the outside. Edge is a special enforcer. Now he gets into the ring. Roman hits Bryan with a spear. Edge counts to 2. Roman argues with Edge. He didn't like the count. So Bryan puts Roman in the yes lock. And he had him in. So then Jey Uso came out and interferes. He super kicks Edge, super kicks Bryan. Goes outside for a chair. Comes back in the ring, goes to hit Bryan. Bryan hits him with a knee. Then he grabs the chair. He hits Jey with the chair. And he hits Edge with the chair. And he puts Roman in the yes lock. So he had Roman in the yes lock for a good minute. All of a sudden, Roman starts tapping out. But the referee's down, Edge is down, because Bryan hit him with a chair. So Edge don't see Roman tapping out. All of a sudden, Edge breaks up the yes lock with a chair. Hits Bryan with a chair. Edge leaves, looks up the ramp. Another referee comes back in, and Roman pins Bryan. This turned into a good match. It was slow, turned into a good match. But now, you're at this point where it's going to be a triple threat. Bryan's going to say, I was cheated, this and that. So now Bryan's going to be added to the match. And like I said, Edge being the ultimate opportunist, this was stupid on his part to even have any part in this. I get that you're disgusted how Bryan got a title shot, but it's none of your business. move on. You have a singles match. So, it was a waste of time. There were some good matches. Seth and Nakamura, Sheamus and Drew, Bryan and Roman turned into a pretty good match at the end after the 10 minutes of stalling. But overall, big waste of time. Big waste of time. A lot to rant about. A lot. Let me know what you thought of the show. Let me know if you watched it. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you enjoyed the Fiend stuff, the Alexa Bliss stuff. If you hated it, let me know. Again, let me know if you're just here to watch my review. If you enjoyed me ranting, let me know. But this was my review, guys. Leave a like, I guess, if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on your post notifications so you know when I upload. I'll be back for WrestleMania. I'll probably do the predictions on that. But, yeah. Have a nice day, guys. Peace.